On the coordinate plane, we can calculate different things about lines and points, and three of the most common are slope, midpoint, and distance. In this lesson, we'll start with slope, then move on to midpoint and distance so you can see how all three of these connect. Slope is often described as rise over run. That means how far a line goes up or down compared to how far it goes across. The rise is the change in the y values, how far up or down the line moves. The run is the change in the x values, how far left or right the line moves. So slope is just a fraction, rise divided by run. For example, if a line goes up 2 units and across 3 units, the slope is 2/3 or 2 over 3, which a fraction is just a division, isn't it? Numerator divided by denominator. If the line goes downward, the slope is negative. That means for each step to the right, the line goes down instead of up. If the line doesn't rise at all, just straight across, that slope is 0. And if the line is straight up and down, the slope is called undefined because you can't divide by 0. So remember, slope is rise over run, up or down, divided by left or right. But slope isn't the only calculation we can make on a coordinate plane. We can also find the midpoint and the distance between 2 points. The midpoint is the exact middle between 2 points. It's like finding the halfway point between 2 cities on a map. Calculate the average of the x-coordinates and the average of the y-coordinates to get this midpoint. So let's use points 2, 4, and 6, 8 as an example. To find the midpoint, we would get the average of your x values, so x sub 1 is 2, plus x sub 2 is 6, and divide that in half. 2 plus 6 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. So our first point for our midpoint is 4. That's our x value. Step 2, we've got to do the same thing with the y coordinates. So we take y sub 1, which is 4, add it to y sub 2, which is 8, and divide that in half. 4 plus 8 is 12, divided in half, that's 6. So our midpoint is 4, 6. Now let's look at the distance between 2 points, which is just the length of the line that's connecting those points. You take the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1, that's your second x minus your first one, and square that. Plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1, so your second y minus your first y, and square that. Don't forget to take the square root of all of those together. That gives us the length of the line. So let's take our 2 points, the same ones, 2, 4, and 6, 8. That's the square root of 6 minus 2 squared plus 8 minus 4 squared. So 6 minus 2 squared is 16, plus 8 minus 4 squared is 16. 16 plus 16 is 32. Take the square root of that, and you've got 5.66. So on the coordinate plane, we now know 3 key calculations. Slope tells us how steep a line is. Midpoint shows us the exact middle between 2 points. Distance measures how far apart those points are. Each one builds our understanding of lines and points, and together they give us a strong foundation for working with graphs.